Hey guys, future me popping in real quick before we start this video. This video is hard for me. I just want to be upfront, and if you guys don't want to hear me, no, I'm trying to edit out most of the tears, but if you don't want to hear it, I completely understand. Feel free to skip this video. It's just a very tough video for me to film, but I did want to, I just wanted to tell you some stories while I used this kit. So, if you don't want to hear somebody be upset or sad, mute it or skip this one. It's completely fine. I understand. Um, I just want you to know that I appreciate all of you guys so much. You have no idea. You guys are the best. So, thanks for hanging around, and we'll see you in the next one if you don't want to listen to this one. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Hope you guys are all doing well. So this week we're going to do something a little bit different. I'm going to record an overlay audio because, for one, this is going to be a hard week. This is the kit I'm using from Tipsy Dog Designs. It was a custom for my little doggy that passed away last year, and the headers are from Josephine Bose. And then my washi is Simply Gilded. But for one, I was worried that I would get really emotional while I was laying the stickers down and talking about my dog, as this is the first year of the anniversary. And two, I noticed the last couple of videos, the audio was kind of, I don't know, it sounded a little off. So I don't know if my phone was just acting weird. But anyway, I'm showing you just, a few things where I set up the stickers from Creating & Co. for the book read. And this is the envelope that I made out of my Josephine Bose vellum, and I just have some stickers stuck in there. But yeah, so I wanted to try the audio this way, and I may end up fast forwarding through some just to make it go a little faster, but I wanted to try with my Yeti mic to see if it sounds better, and if not, we can go back to just recording how we did last week. But I wanted to give this a shot and just record my audio with my professional mic. So we're going to go ahead and do the same layout that we did last week. So we're going to do 2 days to 1 page. I really like how this layout works. It gives me more room to add just fun stickers and things like that. But it also, I don't feel like I'm cramped to fit everything into a small little space. So if you haven't seen my other videos, I was doing like 4 days on the left hand side and the other 3 days on the right hand side, and then having a little bit of room to spare down in the bottom. But this seems to be working out well, and actually last night I tried my old A6 Stalogy because I have a cover that I absolutely love, but now I'm getting all these other covers that I like for the B6. But the A6 worked out perfectly with this setup with 2 days on 1 page. And I was like, oh, it's so tempting. But I think I'll stick with the B6 at least throughout this year. We might change it up for next year, but we'll see how it goes. So this week we're setting up for the 21st of March through the 27th of March. and just laying down my washi from Simply Gilded. I really like this yellow, and it was the closest I could find to match the rainbows in the kit. I didn't really have a bright rainbow washi, so the washi that I'm going to use is a little more pastel, but I tried to pull in colors from the kit, but I'm really happy with how it turned out. The kit, I absolutely love the kit. So Tipsy Dog Designs, if you don't know her, she is a sticker shop that has fun, sassy quotes and different stickers. And more recently, she's been doing some like kits, some full boxes, and different things like that. But she has offered this kit. It's the Rainbow Bridge kit for animals that have passed. And you can send her some pictures of you and your animals, or just your animals, and she'll include them in the kit. And it's just a gorgeous kit, in my opinion. It means so much to me. And I ordered this last year, not long after he passed away. So I ordered the kit and thought that I could use it for his 1 year anniversary of him passing. I swear I don't think it gets any easier. But I thought I could tell some fun stories. I have a couple. I have a lot, but he was my best friend for 13 years. He just had his 13th birthday about 2 months before we had to have him put to sleep. His kidneys started failing, and he'd been having a lot of problems throughout the past couple of years. He had an autoimmune disease that was attacking the enamel on his teeth. So it was painful for him to eat, but we had him comfortable. We fed him a lot of soft foods and managed his pain very well. If I had thought he was in a lot of pain, or really any pain, I would have done the right thing and had him put to sleep sooner. But he was always happy. He was just a great little dog. I'll throw in some pictures. I found him. My neighbors found him underneath their porch in January 14 years ago, and he was snow white, and it was snowing outside. He didn't look to be more than a few weeks old, and I don't know if he was dumped out or if he just, he was so small. He was part Chihuahua and something else mix. I'm not really sure, but he was so small and like a little butterball. He didn't seem to, he wasn't getting around like running and things like that. He was very small. And so I think somebody dumped him, but it was snowing outside. It was freezing, and they found him underneath their porch. Their dog was going berserk and couldn't figure out what was going on. And they went outside and looked, and it was pitch black outside. They got underneath their deck and found him. So they came over the next day and was like, "Hi, have you guys lost a dog?" And actually, we had a blue tip. I think he was called a blue tip Chihuahua. He was blue, beautiful, and he had actually got hit by a church bus that morning. So I was beside myself, upset, and I, dismissed them. No, he wasn't ours. And so they took him back home, and I was talking to my aunt, and she was like, "Oh, you should just go take him. It'll heal your heart." And so I walked over later on that afternoon and I told them that, I'd be willing to maybe foster him until they could see if they found his owner. And the lady handed him to me, and he literally stuck his head like right in the crook of my neck and just fell asleep. He was mine. Okay. I've composed myself a little bit, so sorry about that. I will try to edit out most of the upset talk. But anyway, yeah, he he had my heart from that moment on, and was just, he was there for me when I went through a whole lot of stuff. But we had some fun times. He was probably about 4 or 5, and I made a grilled cheese sandwich, and like, I don't know, I'm a child. I grew up with my grilled cheese sandwiches being cut in triangles by my grandmother, and like, that's how I still make them today. But so yeah, I cut my sandwich into triangles, had my little drink in my sandwich, and like, I would just sit in the living room. We didn't really eat at the table. My husband at the time was working all the time. He worked second, so he was never home during dinner. And the kids would usually just kind of eat when they came in from outside. We didn't really have like a set dinner time. When they were done with whatever they wanted to do, we would eat. And so if I was hungry and made a sandwich or whatever, I would sit at the couch and, play on the computer or watch TV or something. So that's what I did. I set my plate on the coffee table, walked back in the kitchen, came back, and half of my sandwich was in his mouth. He snatched it right off of the plate. He was such a turd. Like, biggest turd ever. But best boy. Um, I don't know. We had a lot of fun. Snow. It doesn't snow a lot here. I'm in Tennessee. And so, like, when it would snow, we get like a pretty decent amount. It doesn't like flurry a lot. Like, we just get hit with, a few inches. I guess that's not really a lot, but it is for here. But we get a few inches. Well, anyway, we had a blizzard. I don't know. I don't even remember how many years ago it was. It's been several years at this point. But I was going to my dad's to visit him for I think for Christmas. And so we got stuck in the blizzard, and he was in the car with me, and the kids were in the back, and he was not having any part of it. He didn't like being in the car anyway. Like, he would if you said, "Hey, Lucky, you want to go for a car ride?" He was down for it until the car started moving, and then he was like, "Nope, that's a big old nope, Mama. Let's go home." But we were going about 6 hours, and so at this point, we're probably about halfway, and it starts snowing, and it picks up pretty quickly. And so about an hour later, we couldn't go any further. We had to pull off. So we're still a couple hours from my dad's. And I didn't know what to do. I mean, not a lot of places are like dog friendly anymore. So we called a couple of hotels, and they were like, "Oh, yeah, that's fine. Just bring him." So I brought him. And when I opened the car door, he jumped out and he was gone. He literally like sunk down in the snow and you couldn't see him. He was just gone. And he was white except for a little stripe down his back. You can see in the pictures here where he's all white and little. But I'll pop in pictures throughout this as well so you can kind of see. But yeah, he was the best little guy. He slept with me every night. I can think of twice. Twice I was gone where he didn't go with me in 13 years. He slept with me every night, but 2 weeks when I went to Vegas and a week when I went to Myrtle Beach. Every other vacation or if I was staying somewhere else, he was always with me. So he was, yeah, just always there. So it's hard to be without him sometimes. I'm sure most people have animals. We still have animals. I have 3 cats. Well, we had 2, and then right before Disney last year, we had another cat show up on our doorstep, and he's rotten, but I couldn't turn him away. We took him and had him scanned, and he was microchipped. So we found his owner, took him to her. She literally lives like 3 doors down from me. Handed him to her, and she put him down, and he took off. Like, we live on a really busy road. It it killed me to see her just set him down. And she was like, "Oh no, he just comes and goes as he pleases." I'm like, "But there's so many like things here that could happen to him." Like I said, we live on, might as well freaking call it the Indy 500 out here, because people go up and down my road. Like, our speed limit I think is 30, and people will catch air on the freaking hill. They will hit the hill doing 70 and jump it. It's ridiculous. So I was not having it. So we kind of like watched for him, and I was like, told the kids if they found him, bring him back in. I talked to the lady and I was like, "Look, he seemed to be happy in our house." And she said, "Well, I have a small child that likes to pick him up, and he doesn't like to be messed with." And I just wish people would think before they got animals. I mean, she hadn't even had him for a few months. But if, I don't know. I completely understand. If you have a child and your child does not mesh well with the animal, or the animal does not like your child, then sometimes it's time to rehome. But I was just so upset that she just set him down and just like, "Oh yeah, he's an indoor outside cat." And I'm like, "But he was with us for almost 3 weeks. He never once tried to go outside. He was content to lay in the window and sunbathe, but he did not ever try to go outside." So I was just like, "Well, if he comes back to my house, do you care if we just take him in and, he can just live with us if he wants to?" And she's like, "Oh, no, that's fine." And so about a week and a half later, he showed back up. It was so early one morning. I was leaving for work, and I heard a little baby meow. And I was like, "Jack, is that you?" And I'm looking around, and he was standing right beside my door. And I was like, "You want to go inside?" And he has been happy ever since. And that was like October. And it's what? March. And he's not tried to go back outside. He just lays in the window. He's so happy and content. So I'm not kicking him out. So yeah, now we have 3 cats. But so anybody, that loves cats or animals or just dogs, I mean, you know how much they grab your heart. And I don't know, there's a special place for animals. And as much as I miss Lucky, I miss him every day. I can't even Like, I lay down in bed and I'm like, he's not here to get behind my legs and go to sleep and curl up next to my stomach where he always laid. And it breaks my heart all over again. It's hard to lose an animal that you've had for a week. It's hard to lose an animal that you've had for years. But he was special. He was a special little puppy. So I think we've kind of got most everything laid down so far. And I'm just going back. I'm laying headers down, and I was looking for boxes to use because the kit didn't come with any like full boxes or quarter boxes. So I was looking for just some boxes that I could use to write some stuff down. And other than that, I think I'll take a break here and just kind of fast forward. And then I will come back when we're about done. So I think this is about it. We have everything laid down, and I'm very happy with how this turned out. I love the rainbows, and I love having pictures of my little baby Lucky. Um, but yeah, I'm really happy with how this turned out. I think it looks really cute. I have everything added, work-wise and things like that. But I hope you like this. Definitely, if you're missing a loved one, a loved puppers, or a loved kitty, check out Tipsy Dog Designs for these kits because they're very well done, and she's so kind. She has lots of animals herself and really puts a lot of hard work into them. So definitely give her a look, and she has some very fun, sassy quotes and stickers as well. So check her out and pick up something fun or pick up something meaningful for your missing pet, for your lost animal. But I think that's it for now. I thank you guys so much. As always, I wouldn't be here without you. You guys are amazing. And I can't wait till next time. I hope you guys have a great week, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.